One of the latest initiatives by the Indiana Soybean Alliance, supported by contributions from Indiana soybean farmers, is high oleic soybean oil. This oil is made from Indiana soybeans, contains no trans fats, has reduced saturated fat, and offers 3 times the beneficial monosaturated fatty acids found in many conventional vegetable oils, promoting health when consumed in moderation. The community partners who tried it loved it.
3 years ago, we were having challenges with our oil provider. It didn't last very long. It gunked up the fryers. Through the Pacers, they made some introductions. They introduced us to the high oleic soybean oil. You get cleaner tasting food. There's less greasy fryer smell in the air. The oil just stays clearer for longer, and it really is a lot easier to filter.
Last football season, we started communications with Purdue Sports Properties. They brought the product in and let us sample it, and then, some of our other partners like Cambridge had already used it, so it was an easy transition for us. As we experimented with it, the taste was always great. The oil itself was good. It filters well, it cleans up nice. And then, of course, being a local soybean oil, that was just phenomenal.
Originally, it was purchased and brought in to have a cleaner taste for our fried chicken specifically. Sometimes it's not always about the chicken you're buying, sometimes it's about the oil. And the oil really changed the flavor profile quite a bit.
We were with a different oil for many, many years here. And then when they came to us about this oil, it's like, yeah, whatever, it's oil. But I've noticed the difference in it. I think it just gives it a lot better taste to it. I really do.
When we sit down with any potential partner on providing a new offering at Victory Field, we always ask ourselves one question: is it going to provide a better product or experience to our fan? We sat down with the Indiana Soybean Alliance and we learned the benefits of it being heart healthy, for it to be a cleaner product and a more efficient product for our concessionaire. It was a no-brainer to make the change. We're a ballpark. Baseball and ballpark food kind of go hand in hand to the ballpark experience, maybe more so than any other sport, and it's just really part of the experience. By switching to the high oleic soybean oil, not only is it producing a better tasting food quality, but it's also more efficient for our concessionaire to use.
Not only does high oleic soybean oil benefit consumers' health, but it also positively impacts the vendor's bottom line by reducing costs and time. This oil offers a longer fry life than any other oil.
The fatty acid proportion of the oil, particularly when you add more oleic to it, increases the stability of the oil. It allows you to use the oil longer for frying applications, for example.
If you don't have a good oil, you're just burning your oil out. We could go for a football game and have oil fresh to start and just be totally shot by the end of the day, just from the volume that we do. With the new oil, we can filter and generally get about 2 games out of it, just depending on volume.
People don't really think about the fact that longer fry life translates to a number of benefits. If you've got longer fry life, you're using less oil over time. Well, using less oil over time means you have less packaging, you have less transportation involved, you have less food waste because you're not throwing out the oil, you have less water usage because you're not cleaning your equipment as often. So just in terms of the fact that it has longer fry life, that really does translate into some environmental benefits.
It lasts longer than your typical oil, so that's nice. It's kind of a little less labor intensive. And then it also takes care of the machine a little better than other oils that we use.
Well, now, you can get by with 3 of the containers of oil to change out the fryers once a week. And you're not spending as much money on the oil.
Because it's able to be cleaned and kept fresh longer, we probably get 2 to 3 extra days of fry life out of each fryer.
You can imagine to a restaurant owner, if they ordinarily would change their oil maybe, every 5 days, if they can extend that even by a day or 2, that's money in their pocket.
We actually ended up saving money. It's a better product. The food tastes better. It's easier to work with. If it works for us, then why not other folks around here, other restaurants, and then even going beyond the state lines.
The oil costs a little bit more than the previous oil we were using, but the quality is so much greater that, if we do the math on how long we're using it versus the other oil, we're certainly saving money.
Although it's saving us money and it's longer lasting, I believe that you get a better flavor profile out of the product that you're putting into it.
We're using the product in venues like Gamebridge and here at Victory Field. It's a proven quality product, and I think you'll see the results.